My psychopath wife poisoned a boy in our daughter's class because he got better grades than her, and is facing life in prison. My wife has always been very competitive with people and to a psychopathic level. She competed with other mothers the way Michael Jordan competed on the basketball court. According to her, our daughter always had to be the best in everything she did, from sports to attractiveness to academics. A couple of years ago, she literally suggested getting illegal cosmetic surgery on our 8-year-old daughter's nose because she figured her nose wasn't pretty enough. The thing that she cared most about, however, was school. She was a top student in college herself, and although has done nothing with her diploma, she wanted to make sure that our daughter goes through her academic life getting only A's. This resulted in her being borderline insane at times, yelling at our daughter at 4 a.m. in the morning if she wasn't getting a math question right, or waking her up 2 hours before school to revise for the end-of-week spelling test when my daughter was 6. I talked to her many times about this, but she never let up. She tutored our daughter any free moment she had, and it became very clear to me that she had one particular goal in her mind. This goal was for our daughter to beat a fellow boy in her class at academics. This boy named Jake was extremely gifted and always got top grades in every single subject. Our daughter was always second to him in every single assignment they did, and no amount of tutoring from my wife helped our daughter. I remembered my daughter came to me crying once when my wife was working on the weekend. She said mom had ordered her top study but she couldn't do it, she was burning out and wanted to just tell her mom to F off. I consoled her, got her some ice cream, and later in the day talked to my wife about it. However, my words fell on deaf ears, as apparently my wife heard me saying she should stop being so controlling over our daughter's schoolwork, and interpreted it as me saying our daughter should be allowed to be a substance addict homeless failure in life. She went off on me and told me that the end-of-year exams are coming up soon and there was no way she was going to let our daughter slack off now. And so she continued tutoring our daughter. At the start of the next school year the results came back, and our daughter got the second highest grade in the class in every subject, only behind Jake. I have never seen my wife so angry, and no amount of talking to her calmed her down. A few days into the school year she told me she was going out for a walk, and she came home an hour later. Everything was fine until the police barged into our house and arrested her a little while later. I was super confused when they were putting her in cuffs, and I got the full story from one of the cops. He said he was technically not supposed to say this, but he told me this story. My wife ended up somehow getting her hands onto poison and putting it into a lemonade drink. She proceeded to go to our daughter's school in front as Jake's mother. She found a teacher and told the teacher to handle the bottle to Jake whenever she sees him, which the teacher did. Apparently, right after drinking it, Jake started seizures and vomiting and was taken to the hospital. CCTV footage showed my wife handing the teacher the bottle which he drank out of just minutes prior. I was crushed hearing this news, and I immediately broke down in my living room crying as I realized what kind of monster my wife is. Sadly, Jake did not end up surviving and died in the hospital 3 days after the incident. My wife is currently looking at life in prison, and if I need to testify against her I will.